Welcome to the MLS Review Show. With the playoff race in full swing, it's make or break time for all MLS clubs. With jobs on the line, every game matters. With a city's strength behind you, every point matters. And with a chance to make history, every minute matters. The MLS Review Show starts now. A light schedule a week ago gave much-needed rest as teams push for the playoffs, but the two games that were played saw Salt Lake assert themselves over the Union and Sporting fighting back to tie the Galaxy. Wednesday night saw PPL Park rocking when the Revolution took on the Union. Philadelphia looked bright out of the gate, but the tide turned quickly, giving up 3 goals in the first 25 minutes. The Union defense could not hold up New England's aerial assault.
The cross comes in, and there's New England with Zerka scoring.
Roger Torres pulled one back with a stunning strike, but Benny Feilhaber returned the favor in the 33rd minute. The Union kept pressing. Shortly after halftime, Freddie Adu scored his first since returning. Sebastian Letou brought the home side within 1 on a penalty kick.
Letou ready, shooting, and he scores!
Then tied the game in thrilling fashion during stoppage time. The goal fest would end locked at 4, as both teams left disappointed with the result. Friday night saw LA try to clinch the first playoff spot. To do that, the Galaxy would need to collect all 3 points with Robbie Keane on the bench. The Irish international would be rested after long travels for Euro qualifiers. Colorado would look to make the most out of the difficult road trip. Jeff Larentowicz would hope to show well after his U.S. call-up, while Drew Moore's record for consecutive league games would come to an end because of suspension. J.P. Delacamera and Kyle Martino were at the Home Depot Center as the Western Conference powers collided.
LA Galaxy in the predominant white. Burgundy tops belong to the Colorado Rapids in the white shorts. Donovan to the outside. Nice dribble in there. Quick shot taken, a big punch off from Pickens.
1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, and drops the shoulder so quick with the ball at his feet.
Pickens ready on the whistle. He'll send it in. It's a header. Saved by Pickens.
This is an incredible save. Donovan finding free space. Look at how quickly Pickens gets down.
Cardozo. The shot, he went near post.
Cuts this back in the box. Fakes like he's going to curl that far post. Has no pressure. Your back foot has to drop, and that gives so much space to play in behind.
Good ball to Barrett. Then another one to Franklin. Open man. Donovan. Go!
So much for adjustments. There it is. The ball in behind. Win completely out of position, trying to catch back up with the play, and the ball gets shifted over. Beautifully cut ball from Franklin. But look at this. Complete out. Kimura is all the way in the center of the field. No one on Donovan, and that is clinical from Landon Donovan. But look at this, shifting out of position. One player slides, another player slides. Landon Donovan completely wide open.
Still with it. Can he shoot it? Holds it. Then laid it off in the end. It goes to Nyasi. That shot saved by Ricketts. Rebound Thompson. He's tied it, but the flag is up. Offside.
Look at how quickly Nyasi gets this shot off. This is that first ball played in, but Thompson sitting there right in this offside position. Watch as he gets this next touch, as he shoots it just barely off. Donovan coming back.
Floats that one up. There's Donovan. He's in. Save Pickens. That'll do it. First team to clinch a playoff spot officially. Tonight, it's the Galaxy. And it was just academic, but they want more than clinching a playoff spot, Kyle. Supporters Shield they'll take. MLS Cup is what they're really looking for.
Coming up on the MLS Review Show, Seattle and Real Salt Lake face off in our Match of the Week.
Hey, it's Charlie Davies with DC United, and you're listening to Extra Time Radio.
The Extra Time Radio podcast comes out every Monday and Thursday on iTunes and Buzzsprout. You can also listen to each episode at MLSsoccer.com/extratime.
We're a soccer podcast.
And I have no friends.
I like to tie my shoes.
Well, we'll get back to some women's evening wear talk.
You guys are too old. It's only for 8-year-old boys.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, this is your tweet of the week.
Janino's not going to win a game for you.
They're a sign of the apocalypse.
That's why he's here.
Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email Extra Time at MLSsoccer.com or tweet at Extra Time Radio with any comments, questions, or reactions.
Welcome back to the MLS Review Show. Kansas City and Houston do battle in the East. But first, our match of the week sees RSL travel to the Emerald City. Seattle was coming out of a grueling August, looking like champions. The summer months saw the Sounders post a perfect run in CCL, book a spot in the U.S. Open Cup Finals, and earn 13 points in league play. So Ziggy Schmid's men would hope to ride their good form all the way to MLS Cup. Salt Lake had been inconsistent of late, but a convincing win against Philadelphia had the Claret and Cobalt revitalized. The rise of 17-year-old Luis Gil was adding a spark to Real Salt Lake's offense. Could Jason Price get his men to come out strong against a dominant Seattle side? Arlo White had the call from CenturyLink Field.
And we are underway. They trail the Los Angeles Galaxy by 7 points. The Galaxy were 1-0 winners, a crucial victory for them last night against the Colorado Rapids. Mauro Rosales into the penalty area. Across it comes Visito, and Raimondo gathers at the second attempt. Chip into the penalty area is a dangerous one. Oh! And it's just wide. No, indeed, it's gone in. It's gone in. Look at this. This ball came in. It looked like Casey Keller was trying to force this ball beyond the far post. Let's take a look. And in the end, he scooped it into the net. Here's Montero to the feet of Freeberg. Freeberg gets himself a yard. Here's Visito. Shot blocked. Visito's still there. Was he brought down? Penalty! Let's take another look here. Lovely little ball by Freeberg. And there was a tangle of legs, and Visito was prevented from running onto that ball. Mauro Rosales to make it 1-1. Strikes it, and he's missed! Seattle now successful with only 5 of their 8 penalties this season, and 6 out of 12 in franchise history. Here's Rosales. Oh, that was a heavy challenge from Beltran, who has to be very careful, Tony Beltran. It looks like a second yellow here. It was a heavy challenge, and there it is. Hands on his head for Beltran, and once again for the second consecutive game, Real Salt Lake will be down to 10 against the Seattle Sounders. There's the red. Tado should gain possession, he does. Sticks out an arm, and it's a free kick. It was into the chin. It was another yellow card. Oh, goodness. It's red. Oh, goodness me. Look at this. Oh, there was an arm to sort of hold off Saborio in that situation. Bobby Russ allowed to meet him into the feet of Montero. Rosales into the penalty area. Mauro Rosales cuts it back. Falls to Montero. Goal! 1-1! Montero involved in the build-up. Rosales magnificent. Freddie Montero absolutely superb. Bravery by Carrasco diving in where the feet were flying. Spender in support. Williams making a run, staying on side. Saborio, far post, cuts on his left foot. And it's blocked by Wall. He'll get it back. Saborio! 2-1. Good block by Tyson Wall. He tried the second attempt to get it clear, Wall. And it was a left-footed true finish into the corner by Alvaro Saborio. He's now the top scorer in Major League Soccer this season for Real Salt Lake with 8. Rosales combining with Riley. Super ball by Riley. Rosales continued his run. He's in the penalty area. Cross comes in. Oh, he's just wide. Let's take another look. Well, it certainly came off Williams. Here comes Rosales. Ball comes in. He's bouncing around. Oh, how did Raimondo keep that out? From Tyson Wall, it was off his face. Paolo Jr. on his left-hand side, but that's it. It's all over. It's a tough loss for the Seattle Sounders this afternoon. And Real Salt Lake have closed the gap to 3 points in the Western Conference, and they have 2 games in hand.
Going through this season, starting off at the beginning, I would have told you that this team could never be rattled. And you get to the middle of the season, I'm telling you, we're being rattled a lot. And now over the past 3 matches, 2 of the last 3, we've had a player ejected early in the match. And the group has stayed very resilient, very disciplined, and very much together. So I'm proud and happy that we appeared to have learned something through this stretch and hopefully are a better team now.
There were moments I thought we could have played better. We could have done a better job in terms of possessing the ball a little bit, so I was disappointed in that. But there were also, I thought, in the first half especially, and some in the second half, there were some good moments where we got in, where we created some chances, where we got behind them on the flanks, which is exactly what we talked about, but at the end of the day, didn't convert.
It was an important win for us. It was a big game for both teams, 6 points on the line. So real happy with the way we played and the way we girded it out and got the 3 points.
Houston traveled to Kansas City holding the 3rd and final automatic playoff spot. But the new members of the Eastern Conference had not yet won on the road, and that could prove costly against the goal-scoring Sporting side. But that attack-first mindset had been hurting Kansas City lately. Giving up goals in the dying moments had cost KC. So Peter Vermees would need his back line to step up and his midfield to track back against the powerful Dynamo. The home team started out strong as Theo Bunbury opened the scoring 9 minutes in. Houston pressed back, but Carlos Costley's effort was denied by the post. The game would change in the second half when Costley's late studs-up challenge drew a straight red. Sporting capitalized with Bunbury doubling the lead and CJ Sapong closing out the scoring as this one ended with Kansas City taking all 3 points. Coming up, the Trillium Cup kicks off when Toronto visits the Crew. Every week, MLSsoccer.com provides you the opportunity to select the Goal of the Week winner. You can choose between the 5 nominees directly on MLSsoccer.com on the AT&T Goal of the Week page. You can also send in your vote by texting the corresponding goal to code 22442. Winners are announced every Friday, so make sure you vote early and often, keeping in mind polls close at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Time on Thursdays. Winners so far include Juan Agudelo of the New York Red Bulls, Javier Martina from Toronto FC, and O'Brien White of the Seattle Sounders.